cover Syria again. I have one lesson. I'm going to detail lesson on that this coming next Sabbath, because we all see the war drums in play. Total distraction that they're putting out there. I think they had some girl somewhere, they said twerking or something. They got everybody looking at that, and they got another thing where they got football season and all this other stuff coming on, and total distraction, while rebels, they're not rebels, they're just people who were paid, Saudis who were paid to go into Syria and cause civil unrest, have let loose chemical weapons on these people. But that goes into the prophecies woe unto Syria. And we're going to go into that next week. But believe me, this is leading to Iranian intervention. That's what you need to see. They're going to take down Syria. The scriptures already prophesied Syria going down. And it's going down in the same order that the Bible prophesied. Egypt, Libya, Syria. They had civil unrest in Egypt, but they can't really deal with Egypt like that because Egypt have nuclear capability, so the Western world just need to control it. They've taken Libya and thrown Libya back into third world status. And now they will totally eradicate Syria and steal Lebanon. That's what's coming next. And then Iran. They're going to do, they have to do something to distract the people in the Western world. There's drills that they're doing all over the United States preparing for something. They must do a distraction because everyone have their eyes on Syria right now. So I'm going to go into Syria. Keep your eye on that for next Sabbath. Going into Syria and what that means geopolitically and prophetically for us. And I'm going to go into that next Sabbath. But the war drums are beating for Syria. All right. And the planes are on their way. They got everything. And guess what? Assad didn't do anything. Okay. There's no Syrians attacking Syrians here. It's total Western world intervention in Israel and the Western world destruction of that country. That's what it is. And again, I'm going to say it and I'm going to document it so that no one can say I can ever take this back. Ignore the Russia thing. Okay. Russia is not going to do anything because they are part of it. They are proxy that's working with the New World Order. They just make you believe they are against America, but they are together. Because I remember when they sent some ships to protect, so-called sent some ships to protect Libya. Remember that? Russians. Oh, they watch out. Russia going to get into the war. What happened there? So don't buy it. Keep your eye on Iran. Keep your eyes on Iran. That's the prophecy. That's when Persia, the Medes, get into this. That's when you don't have to worry about false flags. Okay? False flags may lead up to this. But once they hit Iran, everything is going to be real then. You don't got to worry about wondering if something was a false flag once they hit Iran. Everything they're putting in place will be for a reason. And eventually, they in their thwarted minds, they want this because eventually a whole war will cause the people to beg the government for a solution. Like, we can't run an economy like this. The whole world is in fear of what we've done. So guess what? Take the mark of the beast and the government will protect you. See? But you can't put this one back in the bottle. They hit Iran, all bets are off. They think they can control it. It's going to be beyond control. Okay? So, we're going to go into that next week.